What's good, everybody? Hip Hop List Daily here with a brand new video. We've already talked about the biggest Crip and Blood gangs in South Los Angeles. We even talked about the biggest Latino gangs. Now we are heading to Compton to see the biggest gangs from this area. So let's get to the business. The Southside Compton Crips. Alright, so we can start with the most famous gang from this list. The Southside Compton Crips. We all know that this is the gang that killed Tupac. But the Southside Compton Crips have another reputation too. Founded in the early 70s, they are one of the biggest Crip gangs in the city of Compton, if not the biggest Crip gang. Despite their geographical location being on the Compton's east side, they claim Southside, due to their turf being in the southern area of Compton. Members are known to wear apparel by the Seattle Mariners with the S to signify their affiliation. Southside Compton Crips are composed of smaller cliques such as Burr Street Crew, Blanco Ave, and Lang. An interesting fact about the Burr's crew is that their turf was controlled in the past by a short-lived gang known as Burr's Block Bloods. Their territory runs from Compton Boulevard to Greenleaf Boulevard between Long Beach Boulevard and Santa Fe Ave. Alright, so now we are heading to the second gang on this list, and that is Santana Block Compton Crips. The arch enemy of the Southside Compton Crips, Santana Block Compton Crips are also established on the east side of Compton. The gang is the result of two separate gangs, the Midtown and Oak Park Boys. One of the faces of this gang is OG Turtle, an ex-leader of this gang. Santana Block Crips spelled block with double C instead of block with CK because they represent Compton Crips known as CC Riders. Their territory stretches from Rosecrans Ave to Pine Street. And now we just finished with the Crips. Let's head to the red side of Compton. Westside Per. The Westside Per are believed to be one of the first gangs to form the Bloods Alliance in Compton, California back in the early 70s by Benson Owens. The first neighborhoods opposing growing Crip aggression in Compton were centered around Peru Street, considered the mecca of the West Side Peru. Their territory in Compton is dissected by Peru Street and is centered between 134th Street in the north to Rosecrans Avenue to the south and Central Avenue in the west to approximately to Elva Avenue. They have cliques on 134th and 142nd Street and are enemies of all Compton Crips. They are the only Compton Peru gang who holds strong relations with blood sets. The Mob Pers. Now we have another gang on this list that has something to do with Tupac. The hood that Suge Knight comes from, the Mob Peru, are located on the east side of Compton. Their origin comes from 1969, when a gang called the Peru Street Boys was founded by Sylvester Scott and Vincent Owens. According to some sources, the Peru Street Boys were initially associated with the Crips. Other sources dispute any alliance, claiming that the Peru Street Boys were victimized by the Crips. Nevertheless, by 1972, the Peru Street Boys formed an alliance with other smaller street gangs such as the Brims, Bishops, and Denver Lanes, which opposed the Crips. This alliance became known as the Bloods. Over time, more blood sets would form, including the Mob Peru Bloods. Mob Peru's turf is east of Long Beach Boulevard and south of the 105 freeway. Mob Peru's have various cliques such as 1700 and 2000 Block. Fruittown Pers. The Fruittown Pers are located on the west side of Compton. Their moniker is based on the streets in there being named after fruits such as Plum Street and Cherry Street. Their territory stretches from Stockwell Street to Rosecrans Ave. The Douglas Apartments is a stronghold of the Fruittown Pers. The members of this gang are known to congregate at Gonzalez Park. Fruittown Pers have a long-standing rivalry with the Mob Pers. Suge Knight was affiliated with the Mob Peru, hired members of several blood sets, including the Fruittown Peru, to work for Death Row Records. George Sheet Williams worked as a bodyguard for Knight until he was fired for failing to return 2 Death Row Records cars which he borrowed. Several bodyguards from Death Row Records tried to abduct and murder Williams, who escaped but was shot in the buttocks. After this, Williams became a close associate of Roderick Cardell Lil Rod Reed, a member of the Fruittown Peru. The pair are alleged to be behind the murders of several Mob Pers, including Alton Buntreat McDonald, who was a production manager at Death Row Records, and Wardell Pochi Faust, who was implicated in the murder of the notorious B.I.G. Faust was killed on July 24, 2003, after being shot 10 times in the back as he rode his motorcycle in Compton. Alright, so that's it guys. This was the list of the biggest gangs in Compton. Don't forget to check my previous video on the biggest Latino gangs in Los Angeles, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up to this video. This was Hip Hop List Daily, and I'll see you next time.